Alright, hello everyone. This is an in-depth guide on how to max cap bombs. So, first what you have to do is you have to put the 50 sheets of glass, 50 sheets of iron. You probably don't want to do that until maybe, um, oh geez, industrial engineering. So, you have to get industrial engineering in order for everything to work out like, you need to. So, then we get a rapid part exchange device. Five high pyro micro lasers and screw it. I guess five um, matter bins as well. Then what we do? Oh, this is my trader stuff. Um, then what we do? Actually, we got to get a crowbar. So you can create a crowbar using this. If you don't want to be a burden on your fellow scientists. And also the screwdriver and the wrench is going to be in toxins where it's required.
Attention, enemy communication intercepted. Security level elevated.
You also need the rapid pipe exchange device, and you might also want the rapid pipe exchange device, and also the the rapid piping device and also the analyzer, but you don't need the analyzer just yet. Now the guide for this Now the guide to toxins says that you have to do it like at a certain kilopascal in order to get a perfect 33 mixture, but we're going to we're going to make it very super simple and just use my mixture guide. So we're going to be using the ideal gas law to mix this together. So we're going to move this up here. I mean, this is just for box station, but we want to get the freezer hooked up somehow. I feel pretty confident in not screwing this up, so I'm not gonna add a loop in this time. Otherwise, I'd add a loop. So a loop from the output to the input, and yeah. So we want a manifold pointing upward, pointing east northwest. Get rid of this again. We also want a volume pump pointing east. And we're gonna rebuild this by wrenching this to the ground. Putting in the circuit board, putting in the glass and the wire, and then arpeting it to close it. The glass and wire cannot be put into the blue space arpet, but the micro lasers and the matter bins can be put in um, using the arped. So anyway, there's three things we got to do to successfully extract the maximum amount of tritium. We want about 170 moles tritium, so this has to be all the way up. This has to be 50 when we're on plasma, but we're going to put it all the way up to put oxygen tanks in it. This has to be scrubbing extended tritium. Make sure all three of that is that. And also what you want to do is put this to 4315. Turn it on. Might as well pre-cool the pipes a little bit. we can upgrade this and then leave the ARPED as well. Yep, okay. That's exactly what I wanted. So we can just throw that over there. We can open this, inject all that in there.
Mic off. Mic on.
So the next step is we gotta get 3 oxygen tanks in there. If we don't get the 3 oxygen tanks in there, there won't be enough gas for the plasma to react with the to be there's not enough air or medium for the fire to take in order to convert the tritium. So what we also want to do is we want to wrench this to the freezer, turn it on, get it to 4315. And we're going to get the last oxygen tank out of here. So this is one of those things you can only do once per round unless the atmosphere technician is really um cooperative with you. You can't just mix nitrogen and oxygen in there, get oxygen mix. But what you can probably do is you can ask them to get pure oxygen because pure oxygen isn't toxic to humans. Then what we can do once this is 4315, there's going to be some residual in here. That's unavoidable. We're gonna pull this over here. We're gonna set the node 1 to this max, go, set to none, go, and we're gonna get one of our first our first gas. We're gonna get oxygen. So actually what I could have done was transfer it first, cooled it second, but I think we have enough that it doesn't matter. Yeah, we have about 1,299 moles. We'll be fine. Now we have the 3 oxygen tanks in there, right? So we gotta set this to, ooh. You gotta set this to 50. Make sure this is 4,500 still. Make sure this is on. Make sure this is expanded tritium scrubbing. And get this over here. And we're gonna get our plasma tank over. Is it 50? Yeah, it's 50. So we're gonna hit the ignition switch. And what we're gonna do after that is we're gonna run over and get our third air compressor from engineering while that's going. Make sure this is empty, not wrenched. It probably will. It probably won't be because atmospheric technicians don't really get to do any firefighting or ionization very often. Now we're just gonna hit it with the analyzer just to make sure. Empty. Ratio is kind of important. So what we should be looking at here is about 90s or so kilopascals of tritium, super cold tritium going on if we did this correctly. It looks like we did this pretty well. Now, when I first started making when I first started trying to make max cap bombs, one of the things I probably forgot to do was turn this up to 45 kilopascals or put this up to expanded tritium, or put this down to 50. Those are the three things you have to worry about in order to not burn up like most of your tritium. So, be right back.
Mic off. Mic on.
As you can see, we're still getting a very healthy amount of tritium. But when this starts not going up, that's when we're done. That the gas over here should turn like a pinkish when it's done instead of a blue. It looks like it's starting to do it, but like not ready to yet. Still make sure this is tritium 100%. I'm gonna say that's good. So we're gonna dump that into there at a very close 4315. Very, very close. Now this is starting to turn a purplish. That's pretty good. Now that's also perfect because that decided to not get stuck in the pipe. We're gonna turn this off. We're gonna turn that off so that scrubber is no longer gonna put that in there. We're gonna do plasma now. It's okay to have a meager amount of superheated tritium in there. It's really not big of a deal. So we're gonna have this final one. Let me make sure this is empty. We're gonna have this final one be the plasma. Now we're also gonna make sure that this is not have the 34.3. This does not have a residual amount of tritium in it because that's not good as well. All right, we're good. So I'm gonna make sure this is scrub expanded plasma. Turn that on. Now this should go out. Now what temperature did we get it at? Gee, oh my god, that is this is perfect. This is a perfect run right here. So now that we got all three of our gases, right? Gotta get a plasma tank, oxygen tank. Go over here. Put this on oxygen. Make sure that you have a tank in here before you turn the power on, because that's one of the mistakes I make. All right. Now we can put superheated plasma. We're gonna have max in, go. Perfect. Make sure that's off. We're gonna start assembling our bomb. All right, this is my favorite part right here. So, all right, we have 172.4 times 8.31 times 45.15 divided by 70. That's gonna give us. Hold on. Oh, wait. 172.4 times 2 times 8.31 times 45.15 divided by 70. That's going to give us 8,048.11. I'm going to trust that. $8,048.11. 1,848.11. That should give me. That doesn't sound right. 172.4 times 2 times 8.31 times 43.15 divided by 70. Yeah, 1,766.24. I don't know what I did the last time, but that's not good. 1,766.24, 25. We're gonna say 25. There we go. Now what do we got, Chief? 344.75. Is that pretty? That's pretty close. Now we're gonna go out, max, in. The reason you do that is because it doesn't completely mix unless you do it that way. So we got a perfectly mixed tritium bomb, and we got a perfect plasma bomb. So we're gonna set this to 23. Why not? 23 it is. And we're gonna unsecure it, put it in, have that. Since we're alone in the crew, we're not going to tell anybody that we're setting off the bomb. But this should be a really good bomb, if not a perfect max cap. So nobody's gonna listen to you if you do it anyway. So set the code 23. Don't send the signal. That's bad. Wait for the door to close. Just to be safe. Hit the bomb. 50,000 points.